spring break, a heartache. I do it all over again. Do it all over
Hi Capricorn, my name is Kim and welcome to my channel. So for your meditative session today, Capricorn, I got Bat Spirit, a rebirth is assured, number 5. It could be that you're going through a significant change right now. Number 5s can kind of signify change, conflict, like an uncomfortable energy. Maybe like there's a change that you're kind of making in your life that feels uncomfortable. I did see horns, and it just kind of reminds me of you being in your element with a ram and with, like earth energy. I feel like maybe this rebirth is kind of putting you, like the rebirth that you're seeking is putting you more in alignment with who it is that you really are. Anyway, Capricorn, that's what I got for your meditative session. Let's get into the cards. Okay, Capricorn, I got a lot of cards, and I got, 2 extra cards, I guess, for you. But I wanted to keep I wanted to keep what flew out. So what was extra was the King of Earth. I'm sorry, King of Air. You did get King of Earth, but what came out was King of Air extra. And then at the bottom of the deck after that was Death and Rebirth. And we were just speaking about how a rebirth was assured for you guys, so I just felt like, yeah, I felt like taking those extra cards. Anyway, so that's why they're there. What I'm getting for you, Capricorn, is that you may have felt like you wanted some sort of victory. You wanted some sort of victory, not like of a battle, but victory over. I feel like you went down a path and you expected victory from it, and it's kind of like it didn't happen, and it didn't happen because I think it had something to do with the way that you kind of didn't want to shift your energy. What I mean is, like, when we say like a rebirth is assured, a rebirth happens because we have a change in like the way that we want to do things, a change in our energy, a change in our like mind, a change in our perception, a change in our knowledge. Something happens where we have to shift, right? And I feel like here you wanted to claim victory over like a new beginning that you had, but with the Ace of Wands being in reverse, I feel like you wanted to claim victory over something that you hadn't even put the work in for. Like, you can't just like claim victory over something without putting any work in. Do you see like there's these 2 people that they're like about to duel? Whether it be like we have to integrate our dark and our light selves, whether it be like working with our ego, like trying to get to the next step takes time, it takes effort, it takes like, it's not just something that happens overnight. That's what I want to say. It takes conscious effort, and I feel like you were unable to kind of achieve this new beginning, and it could be just a new beginning that you wanted to feel within yourselves, like a new beginning that you wanted, and you were unable to feel like successful in this new endeavor, this new adventure, anything, because it had to do with the way that you were facing yourself. Here with the 5 of Swords, it's someone who's taking the mask off. And I feel like you might have lost somebody in your life, or like lost a person, lost an opportunity. Like I feel like it's mainly like you lost. Like I feel like it's mainly like you lost a person in your life because you weren't able to kind of like take the mask off and face yourself. Like here, it's not in reverse. It's not like you were unable to take the mask off. But here, I feel like even though she took the mask off, she still has the blindfold on, where she's like, she's unwilling to see. And it's like, I feel like there's a very stubborn energy coming from here. Remember I said like I saw horns and I felt like it was like you being in your element. Well, it could be like the King of Earth has horns. I mean, every card that has horns came out, which is, I'm like, not every card, but the cards that I was thinking of these 3 cards. Well, like, oh, which cards are like indicative of like somebody who has horns? And I remember this card, and I was like, oh, it could also be the King of Earth. So there's something about that. Maybe you have like Taurus in your chart. But I'm feeling like you might have lost an opportunity with someone because you were unwilling to take the mask off. Like you took the mask off, but you still had another mask on top of it, if that makes any sense. like I feel like you were telling this person like, oh, I'm being my true authentic self. I'm not telling you any lies. I'm being honest. I'm being true. But you weren't, because I feel like with her having the blindfold on, it was still like you were unable or unwilling to like do with the necessary work that you needed to do on yourself, and able to like have this new beginning, have this victory. So when it comes with like a loss of energy, a loss of loyalty, a loss of collaboration with someone, you can't be like, oh well, why did this person leave my life? If it's like were you really being honest? Were you really being your true authentic self? I feel like this person could sense like right off of you that you were like maybe being dishonest, maybe not. There's some dishonesty here, like some sort of trickery. I feel like trickery, like, and it might not be that you even knew that you were being this way, but like this person could tell right away. Like you could see how rounded they are. You could see how like of the earth they are. They knew right away that you were being like dishonest, or you weren't telling them the full truth, or whatever it was that you were withholding from them. They could tell what it was, and that's why they withdrew their energy from you. They're not a part of your life right now, I would say. And what I see, Capricorn, is like this has been like a lot of labor. Like when I see the 6 of Pentacles, it's not like I'm even getting like an even thing. I'm getting like somebody like you might feel chained to where it is that you are, or you might feel chained to like the circumstances that you've put yourself in due to like this lack of wanting to like open up or change or like gain a new perspective or face something subconscious of yours, like your ego. Like there's a lot of things that you chose not to work on, and you chose to kind of just like keep acting the way that you wanted, the way that you wanted to do, instead of kind of like, and I feel like Spirit was trying to guide you with the counselor. I feel like it's not that you're like asking people for advice or for opinions. It could also be that you were like asking people for advice or opinions and they were kind of steering you in the wrong direction. It could also be that, because I feel like with the counselor card coming below this, it's like you feel chained to a situation for a very long time. You've been like in like a stagnant energy, and maybe the people that have been advising you haven't been helping you, because like if they were helping you, then why would you still be in this energy? Like obviously, like this is you being in your element, right? This is you like planting seeds towards something that you want and something that you desire. And I feel like this is kind of like a new energy for you. And I feel like this is like what the rebirth is assuring you. Like you will be in your element once you work on this, work on all the blockages and the things that you've been trying to kind of avoid. And I know it's really hard, because sometimes we want to avoid things because they're painful. And I mean, it's like a normal thing, right? Like you're not gonna go towards like if I see like my hand hurts when I put it in the fire, I'm not gonna like stick my hand in the fire. So it's not like you're doing anything wrong, Capricorn, because you're just protecting yourself from pain, right? You're protecting yourself from pain. That's like a normal human instinct. And I'm telling you that, like, unfortunately, you might have to look at things that are painful. And I know, like, it kind of makes no sense, because it's like, why would I go towards the pain if I'm trying to avoid it? And I understand that. But the message here is like, if you want to heal and like kind of fix the situations in your life where you've had blockages, whoever's counseling you, it could be me right now. It could be whoever, like the counseling that you seek. The counseling that you seek first and foremost, it's within you, right? Like you can see why things haven't worked out and you kind of wondering why. And you're kind of asking questions like to spirit, to God, like why haven't things worked out in my life? Or why hasn't this situation worked out? Why did this person leave me? And it sounds like maybe you've had like a nudging feeling of like, oh, this has happened because of this, right? This is like I don't feel like you put blame on yourself immediately, and now it's like maybe you're reflecting, you're like maybe some of the blame can be put on me. Like 100% of the time it's not us. Like sometimes it works 50-50, right? Like somebody does this and then like it kind of spirals. So it doesn't 100% need to be something that you did. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like sometimes we need to take accountability for the actions and the roles that the role we play in when we lose someone or something. And I feel like now you're kind of starting to take responsibility, and you're kind of seeing the ways that you've been chained to like a stagnant energy, the ways that you've been chained to like the way that you think, maybe the way that you think that you have like no culpability in a situation has made you think like, oh, you know, I don't, it's not my fault that this happened. But like I think deep down, like with spirit and like the messages that you've been getting, it's like deep down you know. And maybe there's like counseling that you've been getting that hasn't been aiding you, and that's why it's kept you in this also stagnant situation. So like I think my advice would be like be very careful about like who it is that you speak to, and like what advice that you get, and like what frequency these people are at. Because if people, like, what's the point of asking someone for advice who's like at a very low frequency or like a low vibration, who's not going to understand anything that like we're speaking about right now, like, you know, who's like not spiritual, like doesn't really get like any, you know what I mean? There's like people that get things that like are on one vibration, and people who kind of don't see it yet. And I'm not saying like they'll never see it, I'm just saying like they're not ready to see it, so they won't see it yet. And something that you're seeing now, and then like you're asking people about it and people just think you're kind of crazy, or they like, oh, well, we don't really understand. And it's like, what's the point of asking people who kind of won't understand in the first place? It's like, maybe you need to go within, maybe you need to like pray, maybe you need to like seek spirit. I mean, maybe you're on this channel because you're looking for answers, and I'm here to tell you, like, just go within, reflect on what it is, the work that you need to do, and like the role that you played in like situations that you may have lost. And I feel like that's the guidance, because right after that we come into the King of Earth energy and the Three of Pentacles, which is like a really beautiful energy. It's like you're like, the King of Earth is someone who's like, he's like a balanced individual. He uses his like he uses his, I don't say wealth, but like he has plenty, right? He's not lacking anything, so he feels free to give it, you know what I mean? Like it's not hard for him to give, it's not hard for him to receive. He's like a balanced, I wouldn't say like a balanced, fruitful individual. I don't know why I'm saying fruitful. I'm just saying like a balanced person with this card. Someone who kind of knows like they know what they've been through. They know how they've gotten to where they've been, and they're okay with it. They've received the messages. They're like working with spirit. They're working with the animals. They're grounded. They're stable. You know, someone like dependable. And I think that's who you want to be, and the energy that you will step into 100%. And with the Three of Pentacles, it's like you're going to work with spirit to put all that you have into something new. And this could be anything that you like desire, anything that you want to set like your goals on. This person's literally putting themselves into into their creation, into what it is that they want. And like you see the spirit animal there, like they're working with like all the signs and synchronicities. They see them, everything that's like happening around them. They're like open to it because they kind of like opened themselves up to it, right? Like you won't be open to things unless you like change your perspective on things, like use like a new way of thinking. And I feel like that's what this mainly is. It's like a new way of thinking, a new way of being, a new way of kind of unchaining yourself from whatever's been holding you back. Now for the end cards, what I see is with the Nine of Wands, I see like maybe there's an offer that you would like to make, because I see them like offering the white rose to somebody. And I also see it's kind of like, I mean, it could be a solar chakra, but I feel like it's like his sacral chakra, and like it's like, I don't know, I just feel like this is an offer that you would like to make to somebody, like a romantic offer. That's literally what I'm seeing. And I feel like you want to speak some truth. It could be the seneschal who's like left your life, or someone similarly who has left your life when you were like in an unbalanced place. And I feel like this is the offer that you're ready to make. And like if you see this man, he's like fluid, like he's kind of flowing with the wind, like his hair is flowing. And I feel like that's the energy that you have to be in when you're gonna make this offer, and you will be. And it's like a fluid thing. Like you're just working. You're not working like against yourself. Like, I feel like here you were like working against yourself. Like, you had like inklings, you had feelings, and you kind of worked against them. And here's like, oh no, I'm just gonna go for what it is that I feel. That's what I feel. It's like you're gonna go for what it is that you've been feeling this whole time, all along. You're just gonna speak the truth that you want to speak, and that's what's coming from the death and rebirth, like a brand new beginning for you. You're like going to be a brand new person, because this person is so different from this person, right? This guy's bound and this guy's not. This guy's kind of like flowing in the air, and this guy, like, I just feel a stagnant energy with this, and I feel like a free flowing like spiritual energy with this. I love this card. Sorry, Capricorn, I think this is like a really beautiful reading. I think whatever truth that you need to speak, or whatever offer you're trying to make, I think it's going to be fruitful, just because like the energy that you're in, like we create our reality, right? As within, so without. So if this is the energy that you're going to offer to someone, and you're going to be completely like, what's the word? Completely like open, completely, it's not open, it's like transparent, completely transparent with this person. If you're going to go into that energy, and like with the white, I just feel like, I'm thinking of white roses. I'm going to send you, I'll put the link in the description box, white roses. Yeah, I just see like a beautiful new beginning, where you kind of are like speaking your truth, and also working with spirit, like using the intuition that's like the downloads, the intuition, everything that's being given to you to create this new beginning. And what I would want to say with like the snake, it's like time for deep healing. And the frog is like declutter. So like declutter, the advice now is to like declutter anything that's like doesn't suit you, anything in your life that's kind of keeping you stagnant. I would like get rid of it basically, or evaluate it, see where it is like on your list of values, like where you're placing it in your life. And with the snake, time to heal, I would say like just take time. This might take time. This may have taken a long time, but again, time it's not real, right? Everything happens on our soul time. Everything happens for us when it's ready for us. So this is happening at the exact right time, and there's no need to kind of worry about time. That's what I want to say. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what the advice is for you. I mean, I honestly kind of just want to take the bat. A rebirth is assured. Let's see if anything else comes out. I don't think something else will, but maybe. You see clearly now and open to the infinite possibilities. Okay, so you see clearly now. I think that's literally like what we've been talking about this entire reading. It's like now you're kind of seeing things through the way that you're seeing things now is what's making this change happen for you. And noticing that things happen for you, not to you, and noticing that like you create your own reality. So any of the blockages that you have received in the past, like these blockages or people leaving your life, has been either through like ill advisement, or like your own advisement to yourself that wasn't suiting you, because you weren't following what it was that you instinctually felt. And I feel like I love the white, because it's just signifying like a new beginning for you. And like you see clearly now. I feel like you're always going to see like this bird's third eye is illuminated, right? You're not going to have a problem seeing things anymore. And I think that's the important message, right? And with Starfish Spirit, open to the infinite possibilities, it's like, don't put yourself in a box of like what it is that you can have. Always be open to like more than you even thought you could have, and then know that spirit has even more planned for you. So if there's anything that you feel like is blocked, or something that you couldn't like achieve because of maybe this past energy, just wash that like out of your brain, because that's not true. Anything that you want, you can like clearly manifest, you can clearly create. And I think that's why you were also given this Three of Pentacles, is to show you that anything that you do put effort to, and you do put like your mind, body, soul into, it's gonna be like, it's gonna come out fruitful. We got Rabi Ah, the Queen of Saintly Woman. I'm in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. And my Bago, the warrior saint. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. Capricorn, what I'm getting from the divine feminine, it's like very powerful messages. One is like from Rabia, I feel like she's saying, like she means to me, like she reminds me of soul progression, right? And you have gone through a soul progression. Like you have literally kind of seen who you're, like finding who it is that you want to be and who it is that you like have been, and it's a soul progression, right? Like in her lifetime she was a slave, and then she was freed, and then she became something else, and it's like kind of a metaphor to the soul progression, the way that our soul, like your soul has progressed through this time. So I would just say like congratulations to you, with a rebirth is assured. Like you kind of have made it to where it is that you should be. You are in the right place, and yes, it's like it was hard to get here, and maybe it still is hard, but it's gonna get a lot easier. And with my Bago, I know I'm probably butchering her name, I'm sorry. She basically saved the Sikh religion from being destroyed. She was like the only warrior to be left surviving, and her message is my devotion attracts resources and support. And I feel like don't go into this with like a lack mindset. That's what I want to say. Like even if you're starting from zero, like with this rebirth, it's like starting from zero all over again. Like, oh, I don't want to start over again. That's what I'm hearing. Like I don't want to do this all over again. I don't want to have to start all over again. It's like it's okay, because this is like literally like the fresh start that, like this is zero. This is zero. Like forget about the past. Like forget about like don't look at it in like a lack mindset. Like my devotion attracts resources and support. It was like her and 40 other men, I think, her and 39 other men, sorry, who all went to like save their leader, and she was the only person left standing. But it was like they were able to do it because of, I guess, you know, like the divine helping them, and like what they believed in, they were able to accomplish because their soul literally desired it. That's what they desired, so they put their life on the line for something. And I think it's like a beautiful like lesson. Like if you really have devotion to something, if you really truly love something, then put all of your time, put all your energy, like put everything into it, and you will see like rewards from it. And I feel like that's what they're saying, like because like what's better than putting time and energy into yourself? Like that's like you're putting time and energy into yourself and into like the new things that you want to create. It's like just like have an abundance mindset and be truly devoted to yourself, and you will see results. Anyway, Capricorn, I really love this reading. I hope that it helped you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you. Bye.